Okay, so this is our assignment 2, and this particular assignment is due on 10th of September. So you have a 1 month, Sunday, midnight. Okay, so it's week 8, I think it's week 8, Sunday, midnight. The assessment is due. Again, it's a group work. So one of the person from your group should be submitting. Okay, one of the person from your group should be submitting assignment 2. And in week 6, I will discuss more about the submission format. So don't worry about the submission format. First of all, worry about the problem that you'd like to solve. Okay, let me see. I have started recording, right? Have I? Okay, where is my recording? Yep. Okay, so now recording is there. Okay. Okay, so what I want to say over here, now there are 4 questions and it is total 20 mark, right? Now keeping in mind, I could have put it as a converted into 100 mark, but no, it is actually something related to, I put the mark, and this each and every mark is equivalent to, just comparing to 5 times. So this 4 is actually how much? 20. Okay, in this way it will keep on going. So keep in mind that they are actually, in that way it has been done. So but I put as a 4 doesn't mean that it's a small problem. It's a 20 mark, which is actually converted to 100% mark. Huh? If you could do that thing, I could have put as 20, 20, 20, but what will happen then? I have to convert back again into 20%. So better make it 4. But that 4 actually is a big 4. It is not actually. The currency value is quite high. Okay, 4 is 4. So try to understand that. So whenever you answer those questions, make sure that you know exactly that marks can be deducted at 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 1, 2. It can be deducted anywhere as well. What we will do, I will put a marking rubric again on week 6. Okay, I'll give you the marking rubric as well for you to see, so that you can visualize what this marking rubric looks like, and then you can put your answer. Now the first question, don't try to get the solution from any online OpenAI tools or ChatGPT, okay? Because you'll not be able to get the solutions in that way. It will make your life much more harder. I prefer originality. I prefer your input in making your code run. Now the question is that even if your code is not running fully, there is always partial marking. Okay, I'll now never give you 0. I mean, if you have tried and it is not working, there's always a partial marking for that one as well. But believe me, this is one thing. I've got 5 different tutors who will be working, and we'll be using some detector tool as well to check, to compare. If we see any code matching between the groups, I will not ask anything. I'll put 0 directly to there, and then I'll call the group. We have 5 people who will be looking into this thing very closely. So this is my kind request. We're going to use some AI detector tool for each and every code, and we'll see whether, and we're going to put in a repository, and the repository will tell me where the code is copying from each other. Now line 1, line 2 line, they can be similar, but the whole code cannot be similar. Yes or no? So this is a word of caution. Don't share your code. Don't share your solution as well with your friends. This is a group work. In a group, you share your problem solutions with the group itself. Okay, and keeping in mind, please communicate into your Microsoft Teams, because we'd like to see how you are communicating in that channel as well. Do that one. Okay, now I'm not going to explain what these questions are about. Okay, it is your responsibility to understand what actually this question is. Okay, but the places where we're going to look into the mark is how beautifully you have written your code, how efficient your code is, how conventional technique that you use in writing your code. Is your variable name make sense? Do you have enough comments? Did you thought about using functions over there? Why you have used variables? Why you could have used lists? Why you have used tuple? Why you could have used sets? So these type of things will be always there. So whenever you write any solution, the first thing that you should always understand: can I generalize that thing? Can this code be scalable or not? If Sami changed the value of n from 10 to 15, can it run or not? So you should have a general solutions for this type of codes. Okay, so that is the first important thing that you should do. And then when you write your code, proper indentation, proper coding is everything. And at the beginning of your py file, you should put your what is it called? You should put your group name, group members name, and everything. And if there's any issue that any of your group member didn't work, you can definitely send an email to Bhavan Shang with a proof that he's not working, and he'll get 0 in that code. That's it. Simple. Okay? Simple, straightforward. You don't have any patience to chase your group mates. If it's not working, that's fine. But the problem that you have given 1 month for one single person, they can do it easily. What I prefer, do you know? What if you ask me what I should prefer, how we should work? If I was in a group, I should have said, look, let's not solve this in a group way. Let's 4 of us work and give us time at least 2 weeks and solve everything by ourselves. And then you four got nearly about 4 times 4, 16 solutions. And then you choose the best one and you submit that one. In that way, what will happen? You learn how to work, especially individually, to solve the problem, including them. And also, when you're going to combine them, you'll also have the group skill as well. Rather relying on your friend to do that thing, it will help you for this one. But believe me, if this is the question, if you found hard, your final exam will be much, much harder than that one. And there will be no group over there, right? So the best solution for this is solve by yourself. Let's try to solve by ourselves. If you stuck, then your group members are there. And once you solve it, then you just compare the solution, which one is a good one. Then you can copy each other's solutions and make it look nice. Understood? Good. Now, all this question 1, 2, 3, and 4 has got a different way of understanding. We have given you problems. Even if you don't understand, for example, if you don't understand what actually this question about, there's also an output. If there's no output also, you have to find out what actually the output is. The skill of a group is to understand the question properly. My tutors are not going to answer any single question answer, they're not going to utter any single word based on the assignment. We're not going to say anything like that. It is up to you to understand. Whatever you have written, we have already solved that problem. Okay, we have already solved that problem. So whatever you have given over here, it's already been solved. Okay, so we have already got the solutions with us. So these all the codes are working fine, to the point. What I really want from you guys is that you understand the code, you understand the dynamics of this code itself and the problem, and then try to come up with a solution. You'll enjoy while solving these problems. These are really real life problems. You'll enjoy it, believe me. Once you start solving this problem in Python, you'll enjoy that type of thing. And it's a group work. 1 month is more than enough for you to solve this assessment. But again, I'm saying I don't want any questions to be asked in the discussion board based on the group. I don't want any questions to be asked to us. If there's anything which is specific that you don't understand, you can email it to me, but it is up to me whether we should answer that or not. But the way it has been written, everything is clear to the point. And it is also a skill that you have to develop by yourself, how to understand what the problem is, and then how to solve that problem. I will love those programs who uses functions. Okay, love those programs who uses a good comments as well. Huh? Nice variable name, conventional way of writing codes. Okay, not using too many variables, not using too many unnecessary codes or unnecessary lines. The more you make it, but don't. On the other hand, because this is an open book, don't go and look for ChatGPT and all the other software. Look for some high-end functions that I haven't taught. Try to balance that thing. Don't use any function that you don't even understand that one. Okay, don't do that type of thing, because all the questions that I have given over here is coming from week 1 to week 5. So this is actually assessment 2. All the functions, I mean, if you go back to the tutorials and the PowerPoint slides, you'll see the solutions already over there. You just need to stitch them. Okay, and I hope you'll do good with this one as well. We'll be giving a marking rubric, but keeping in mind, you can lose mark 0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 0.1 in that way. But there are 2 words of caution. No OpenAI tool should be used for that type of thing. It's better that you should learn by yourself, and you'll not be able to get the solutions. For example, there's one particular problem. I'll show you. I didn't go down. So this is around 50 lines of code. Okay, and this has been pretty much a text. Now, if you have the time to type it in the OpenAI and get the error, because there's an error in the code as well, and ask that model to train it for you. I mean, if you can do that thing, that you don't need to study a 137, believe me. That means you're an expert in that type of thing. So don't spend that type of time. Rather, you see that thing, you type it by yourself, and you start working on it as well. Okay. And the last thing is that all this is a group work. I personally recommend all of you do it individually. First of all, give yourself a 2 weeks time because you have got 1 month. Give yourself a 2 weeks time. Let's groups meet again after 2 weeks and get your solutions, and then match the best solutions from there. Okay, clear, guys? Yes, sir. Understood? Any questions, any confusion with this group assignment? Okay. And there are some submission format which I'll discuss in the week 6. I don't want to put everything because I want to open it again and again in week 6. I'm going to say how you're going to submit that thing. But now, next week is a semester break. Fantastic. This week, next week, fantastic. Sit in front of the computers, get a cup of coffee, and start solving the problems. Okay. And then if you can do this type of things, your final exam will be a really good thing. And we'll start with our software application development from week 6 onwards, when I'm going to talk about this IT code fair as well. Okay. Now we have a special guest over here. Fardin, can you please come on here? So Fardin is actually one of our graduates. Okay, he's working for the industry over here. He's also leading an anti-gov hack. So um, he actually wanted to come and visit you because he was a student of here as well. He was one of my students as well, and he would like to discuss something about the importance of participating in the gov hack and what are the benefits of that one as well. So it's better actually to listen to him, and this is actually a very good thing. You know, one thing I'll always tell you, Northern Territory is a very small community. Okay, the more you go to the events, the more you participate in those events, people know you more, and when the people know you more, they will start getting your CVs. Okay, and at the end, finishing these 3 years or 2 years of study, if you don't get a job, then that means that you didn't build up a network. Okay, so you have to build that network. You have to build a network with this type of people. Okay, they come with opportunities with us for us. So you just should participate in those type of events. But anyway, I don't want to continue further, but I'll like to give the floor to Fardin, and Fardin can take it from there. So sure you can. Let me stop my recording first, and then Fardin can use his things and he can start with that one. Okay, guys.